Alright, welcome back. We are once again playing some more Mass Effect. We did some side stuff last time. And we have to do... we got Liara. That was the big thing last time. So now we've got 2 more points of interest as far as tracking down information on that Saren guy and what he's up to. So we do have a bunch of things here to do. Some of the stuff we can't do anything really with. They're just collectibles right now. Killed an sorry, blah blah blah. We should talk to Nasana. We'll get that out of the way. That's also collectibles. Okay, let's just frickin' go. Okay. Got some quality of life game improvements. Boop. Boop. So you got this wide open space. Only place to go is the Citadel. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. How do we get out of here? Okay. One sec, I just have to check something. Because, bitrate is really low. But why? Why are you so slow? Let's pause that. Okay.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Paisley has the deck.
Oh boy, what do you want, Mr.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander? I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
I wasn't keen on it either. There are advantages to being above the law.
Don't let the title go to your head. No one's above the law. I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
This ship has saved our lives a dozen times over.
An exaggeration. I've read your reports.
Excuse me.
Experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long.
We got our pajamas.
Commander, I'm not happy.
Sounds like a fairly common situation.
Commander, I suggest you secure your mouth. It's going to get you in trouble. Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Let's see, who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is in fish when he needs to discuss with the operators towards the bow.
There are no amateurs on this crew. They know to keep idle chatter minimized during combat. And I can bellow with the best DIs.
A fair point. I suppose the design has no chance of becoming standard. No need to worry about a generation of recruits learning things bass-ackwards. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Men of limited vision said the same thing about early aircraft, submarines, and tanks.
There's two ways I could take that, Commander, but that is true. I suppose the early U-boats weren't much better. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet.
Oh, this
Do you have
guy.
anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
Did I not do the merge thing? I thought I did. I thought it was one of the mods that put in.
None, sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but your reasons seem sound. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
Just kind of just like whoop, walks up.
When I first arrived on the Citadel, I spent nearly 3 hours being questioned by the officers here before they would let me enter the wards.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently.
Hold on, let's gotta boop. Oop. Wait, I gotta actually do this. Hold on. Yeah, one of the issues there I have is that
Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
Boosh.
Commander Shepard? Khaleesa been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
I say get stuffed.
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
I think they know not to ask me to work against my own people.
I think our viewers will be glad to hear that, Commander.
Hey,
You've been
Kay.
given command of
How
an
you doing?
advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Time to shut you up. Very tempting to be like, time to shut you up.
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
Lady, I literally just said that there's some stuff that I can't answer, and it's like, well, the Turians know stuff about the ship that the Alliance public doesn't know about. I'm sure there's a lot that the Turian public doesn't know about the ship. What's your point?
Miss Al-Jalani, I wear the Alliance uniform, and if you think anyone other than me says where the Normandy can go, you're sadly mistaken.
No offense intended, Commander. I'm sure you have to follow the orders of your superiors. Of course, now your superiors are aliens.
I literally just said, I say where I
One
go.
last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Saren instigated the attack on our colony at Eden Prime. Once his involvement was proven to the Council, I was assigned to bring him in.
That's surprising, Commander. The official line says...
Yeah, well, I don't care about the official line.
Synthetics. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
She just wants to get bopped. Okay, we gotta go to Presidium. To the embassies. Okay. Bang, 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 bang. Pew, 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 pew. Before you couldn't crouch, but look at me, I'm able to crouch. Bang, 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 bang. Characters can only equip the weapons they're proficient with? Hell yeah.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre.
Damn straight
Is there
I am.
something I can do for you?
You're Nisana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. Didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nisana. And I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation.
It'll be like
I'm
a
sure
couple
you'll find
hundred.
the amount satisfactory.
Let's see.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. Could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you for all your help, Shepard.
Alright. It's like, but me on the inside is like, I need the money. What am I at? 51. Doing good. Hoorah. Shoot. Bang, bang. Presidium? Nope. We gotta go to CSEC. There was another mod that made it the Normandy one of the locations, which I should have done. Bang bang. Devil shot me down.
Tally, are the Quarians concerned that the return of the Geth will lead to more anger against your people?
The Geth killed billions and forced us from our homeworld. Most Quarians believe we have paid properly for our mistake.
I hope the other races view matters in the same light.
Boop 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 boop. Let's see, Liara, actually, I think, Camel spent up. I'm all good on that. I get the discount. let's just... Because if I have Tally with me, I pretty much don't really... I'll put that there. Okay. Toggle helmet, she just dies. Yeah, you know what? We're just skip her main talents. Cool. Okay, save it so that any issues that might happen, don't have to worry about it.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Womp, womp, womp.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Paisley stands relieved.
XO Paisley. Who names their kid XO? That's what I'm saying. Like, what up?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you. She shouldn't have ambushed you like that. But you handled it the right way.
She wasn't the most sympathetic audience.
This won't happen again, Commander. We have a press corps so personnel don't have to deal with her kind of BS. There is one other matter, however. The Citadel has been trying to play down Saren going rogue. It makes the Spectres look bad.
Whatever.
Your mention of him was politically inconvenient.
I'm sure Saren inconvenienced the people he killed on Eden Prime, too.
I'm on your side, Commander. Remember that. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
He's a good guy. It's like politically inconvenient. It's like, bro, they were protecting him, making us do the runaround, and it's like, how about no? Where do I want to go? Varia or Pharaohs? Asteroid. Utopia. See about some stuff. Let's get some things accomplished. Eden Prime. Zion. Arcadia. Nirvana. They named a planet after a band? Very cool. Nothing here. Asteroid X57. I don't know why what this is for. Terra Nova. Boar. Terror. Loki. Asteroid is heavy accelerating. Oh, I think I'm remembering what this was for. Well, we got Tally. Could bring her for some combat strength. Rex. Oh, I got 4 hours. That's perfect. Okay, so we got fusion torch, transmission tower, anomaly, fusion torch, anomaly. Something over here. Why is this not on my map? I guess it just... mod doesn't give me everything.
Moving out.
Pistol. Aid station. Don't even listen to worry about the single point. Make sure there's nothing behind. Technician kit. Yes, please. Take that. Let's go. Big target over here. Find out what's going on.
Headed in the right direction. I don't know who you are, but I'm damn it.
I'm a laser focused mission man. Being on fire at me. Bam! From the safety of your own house. Boom, baby. Nope, that's not something I can get it. Grab. My boy. My man. Unlimited power. Almost there. Almost there. There we are. Sorry. Station location now showing your map. Then that would show me that, I'm sure. Survey station 2. Survey station 1. Anomaly. Wahoo! Bang!
On my way.
Okay, we'll save. Bip bop boop. Alright. Oh, we actually leveled up. Yeah, let's go with that. Rex, you know what you're doing. Tally, you know what you're doing. We're gonna equip Krogan Man with some better armor. We have some shields, 140. Well, this one seems like the much better one, so we'll do that. Shield modulator, armor plating. Let's make him a little tougher. Let me check my armor. That's a lot more shields. I'll take that. What does I have? 5% cooldown reduction. More shields is good. I do like healing, because as long as I'm alive, we're all alive. Unequip. Unequip. Keeps that equipped. Okay. So shotgun, do I have a better one? Probably not. Assault rifle, that's pretty good. Take that. Anti-personnel rounds. We're gonna take out the... Put those in. Weapon stability. Balak amp. Equipment. Kalizora Naraya. We'll put on anti-personnel rounds as well. Weapon stability. Omni tool. Ooh. That is an amazing one. So we'll put that on. Nothing else. You guys got your things. You guys are ready. You guys know what you're doing. Didn't check my gun though. Toxic damage, that's good. It's also a really good one. Should I give the better ones to... Yes, I should. Okay, we're gonna put in some private personnel rounds. I don't think I do. Phasic rounds, radioactive rounds. Put the hammerhead in. That way, when we hit them with the gun, they're likely to just go boop, fall down. Save. Okay.
Tarians.
Balak! Check! Check! Release the Baron!
Oops. Silly me standing right in the open like a goofball.
Tarians.
Balak! Check! Check!
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crouch.
Oof. Release the Baron!
No need to release him. I'm getting punched in the face.
Tarians.
Balak! Check! Check!
Fired my weapon.
Release the Baron!
So I'm gonna have to switch this. Sit down. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Come on. Are you too scared to come out? Oh, so you too scared to come out, my boy? Fine, I will pull you though. Ooh, leg shot. Mastery.
Can't get a clear shot.
They're in my sights.
Come on. Come on out. Sit down.
All targets down.
Do 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 do. Did the game not... Maybe it didn't apply to Mass Effect 1? Let's frickin' go! Dun 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 dun! Make sure there's nothing over here. Does not look that way. Alright, let's get this done. Krogan.
I'm reading that the torch is offline. Was that you? Can you hear me?
I hear you. What's going on? Who are you?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova.
We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know, but if this asteroid...
If I find out anything, I've
gotta go. Good luck.
Ah. That's how you skip them. That or it's just because of the powerful tally upgrades. Okay, I don't think there's anything left. I've bought time. Okay.
Hey.
Oh God. I didn't mean to... Are you hurt?
Takes more than one shot to bring me down.
Sorry. I didn't even realize you were human until... Well... I guess I'm not much of a soldier.
Leave the fighting to me from now on. Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance.
Simon Atwell. Listen, we don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to... There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family. They live in Aronis. My kids.
I don't have time to do the math in my head. What happens if we don't stop this rock?
X-57 is 22 kilometers long, twice the size of the asteroid that wiped out the Earth's dinosaurs. It would be like millions of fusion bombs striking at once. Millions. The heat of the blast. 1,000 kilometers away, clothes will ignite. There'll be global wildfires. Air shock will flatten everything for hundreds of kilometers. Terra Nova will die, Shepard. Not just our colony. The planet. There'll be a climate shift, mass extinctions. The ecosystem won't recover for thousands of years. Millions, maybe.
Is there any chance it'll land in the oceans?
That would be even worse. Tsunamis would sweep inland at hundreds of kilometers per hour. Millions of tons of water would be vaporized at the point of impact. Global cloud coverage. The plants could all die, and if they go, the whole ecosystem rolls over. I'd have to run the numbers, but take my word for it. It'd be bad.
I guess Batarians are as bad as they say.
I've heard all the stories. Slave rings ranching people like animals. Pirate bands burning colonies to the ground. But this is... The Citadel conventions forbid asteroid drops. I never thought the Batarians would go this far.
You were on the ground when this happened.
They landed at the main facility. It's locked down now. I did see groups head out to each of the torch stations. Couldn't say how many, though. Enough to give you a fight.
Any idea who's behind this?
I heard a couple of them talking.
Balak.
They mentioned a Balak. It sounded like he's the one in charge. They didn't seem convinced this was a good idea, but they were scared of the guy. Scared enough to do what he wanted.
The conventions only apply to council-aligned races. The Batarian government is a rogue state.
The Batarians aren't stupid. If they made a policy of this, the council would... My opinion? These guys aren't backed by their government. They've got to be working on their own.
If the Batarians can't keep their own crazies in line, we'll do it for them.
I just don't want the Terra Firma Party using a threat to my home as an excuse to invade somebody else's.
Batarians everywhere, and I need to shut down all 3 torches.
One of the torches is surrounded by live blasting caps. We were set up to excavate when we arrived at Terra Nova. I rigged them with That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have to go in on foot. Even then, they'll explode if you get too close. Just go slow and easy. You should be fine.
Should I requisition a cow to walk through ahead of me?
Look, you can disable them, just not remotely. There are manual controls by the entrance to the torch facility inside. One last thing. I had a crew working off-site when the attack hit. I'm worried. These Batarians are ruthless. I saw them smash the faceplates of guys working vacuum. And those Varen, I don't think they always wait for a corpse before feeding.
Any idea where I can find
They
them?
were running checks on our perimeter equipment. Easiest thing would be to tap into the transmission tower out on the surface. The equipment stations will show up on your sensors.
I came across a member of your crew.
There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility, but they're probably all dead. That or being held hostage by
A woman named Kate Bowman contacted me.
The Batarians haven't found her yet.
Katie's alive. She's one of my best engineers. She signed on with her brother, Aaron, I think his name.
Give me a worst-case scenario. We can't stop the...
Evac? Shepard, I'm sure they're moving people to remote areas, but we just don't have enough ships. No one does. Well, maybe the Quarians, but I don't see them.
Why were you moving this thing?
Well, the idea was to drag it into Terra Nova's orbit, mine it out, and in the end you'd have a basic structure for an orbital station. It's a lot cheaper than getting everything up into orbit from the planet's surface. The minerals we extract almost cover the costs.
What can you tell me about?
Smart as a whip and bold as they can. Oh, Katie, don't do anything stupid.
You better find a good place to hide.
Yeah. I think I'll make myself scarce. Good luck, Shepard.
Alright. Quick. I wish it was like just a quick save. Just a boop. Because sometimes it's the game hadn't saved, and then so like I would die, and then I'd have to like redo things. Troublesome. Come on, make do. D'Amico, huge downgrade to vehicle in that aspect too. Hammerhead is nowhere near as good as D'Amico. Oh, look at that beautiful sight though. It looks beautiful. Rosie Hollow, we hope touch sky, rock, Taha, rock. Part wants to shut us down. Says the music is too extreme. We're inside the game to ride and sleep with aliens. Ask him if he'd listen to us. He said he want to talk to someone who heard about what we play. Is this gonna follow me around? like, but she's just standing there, menacingly. Hasta la pizza, baby.
Perimeter clear.
Alright, let's get in there and solve this problem. Violently. Hey, thanks for the follow, Losing Color. Oh god, look away. I didn't realize I was a fake friend. What the fuck? Oh, well, thank you for popping in. Hope you're doing good. Oh, you're a good friend. Oh, well, yeah. I'm very appreciative. Hope your day is going well. You want to fry my stuff, buddy? Did that singularity not go off? I don't think I caught him. How is everything? 3. Put that up. Biotic. Pop. Thank you for the thank you for always being a good friend. Pop. Okay, who's shooting me? Are they up there? No? That's gotta be one of those rocket drones. Good work. Good. Work is busy, but we managed. How's the Mass Effect? Fantastic so far. Not too far in. I have played it a long time ago, so this is my first step with the, team to catch up. Mass Effect's going great. I do have some quality of life mods in here just to make things a little bit more streamlined. One of the issues that I had with like the original game was people outside of, well, in cutscenes they would switch to weapons they couldn't quite use, and as a result, when the cutscene ended, it was just like absolute chaos. Talk to this rocket drone. There it is. You get back here. Get back here. Yeah, congratulations on the new VTuber. Looking awesome, and I love seeing people have a good time with everything.
Hurry. You really pissed them off. Their leaders setting charges everywhere. I think he's going to blow this whole facility.
Might have to make some tough calls.
Don't shoot, please! No!
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 2 is one of my favorites.
Who's shutting down the torches?
Why didn't you just tell him?
Find this problem and deal with it.
I don't care if he tells. Should have given me like an option to be like, hey, how, man, let's. Me just be like, listen, let me put out words in. Either you stop this nonsense or you die. Those are your 2 options. You take the time to run, or you take the time to bleed. Yeah, so one of the mods actually takes it so that the companions can only use the weapons that they're proficient in, which is something that was great about the later games. Yeah, just too many issues with like Mass Effect 1, and like after a cutscene they're all wielding assault rifles, and it's like they don't know how to use those, and then they just get knocked down. Now that doesn't happen. I'm looking at like appearance ones just to give me more customization options, and I gotta run my ass here. One of the other ones I have is called Charted Worlds. So when you touch down on a place, it just puts the things on the map, so you don't have to go gallivanting all around. There are ones for like unlimited sprint and unlimited Mako boost, but I haven't put those ones in. Probably won't. Just cause. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is there's an anomaly there, main facility, fusion torch, survey station, and an anomaly. So let's go get that anomaly. I'm actually getting a friend of mine to create me a PNG tuber. A lot more within my budget. When that does get finished, I'll probably play Mass Effect again for her and pick the options that she would pick. That's what I was thinking of doing for this playthrough, but I decided against it because that way it gives me a reason to play the game again, but do things that are going to be slightly different. I mean, I don't know. I wonder how different it'll be. I'll certainly try to like save everybody. She's a very mom character, so saving everyone's pretty good. Try to be understanding. Try to be a little bit of a hard ass at times. So I don't know. It might be similar to this one. Who knows? She might play nice. It's like explosive, but is there a need for the explosive? Okay, aid station. Music. Station logs. Excavation parts. Those are the grid. 32416 for safety. Let's get some information. Again, like blips while I just use frames. Cursed Whippy. I forget, could I just go right to the thing, or do I have to do the torches first? Bang. Other mods I'm looking at that kind of adjust the ending. I was trying to download one called Take It Back, or I don't think I can enter yet. Pass card, yeah, okay. Can't do that yet. I'm Commander Shepard, and I've got a hacking expert here. do I need no stinky passcode? I have Tally Zora. In my opinion, already vast Normandy. Let's frickin' go. Oh, also sorry, I'm gonna be lurking a smidge because I gotta do some fireworks training, but I'll be here. Well, thank you for popping in. I greatly appreciate it. You know, it's not every day a huge creator pops in and says hello. So, again, yeah, thank you. I'm happy to be background entertainment. Okay, footprints. Someone might be alive. God damn, I miss these vehicle sections. So wild. Hey, Mog Stomp. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing wonderful. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, it's a little bit of a trek at times with the vehicle things, but I'll take the Mako over the Hammerhead any day. Scheiße. I'm using a few actually a few mods for the game that make things a little bit more streamlined, but also implement some changes that were made to the later games. Like, for example, they can only equip weapons that they're proficient in. Shepard can equip whatever Shepard wants. But yeah, cutscenes happen. I won't find myself stuck with weapons that they don't know how to use. Okay. Throw a warp on him. Stop. Like, don't use the sniper at short range. Do what I want. Okay, explosive cache construction site. Did I already get that? Yeah, I believe it did. Anomaly. Explosive cache construction site. How are things going there, Mog Stomp? Can't go that way. I'm not missing like a thing, am I? Actually, hold on. Code, no, journal, assignment 2, missing engineers. 30 inch must be found. Found the body of Mendel. Oh, I think, wasn't this guy like right around the behind of it? Maybe? Puts me right there, eh? Lead it off to the east. Okay. It's going well. How are things out that way? We are doing good. Hopefully it doesn't decide to snow again. Ideally. But, oh my god. No, it's stuck. No.
Regroup!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, the Mako. No, Mako. Let's keep diving. Single shot. To the helmet. Name body searches body, still equipment and service pack. Biotic amp. Ooh, a biotic amp. Sign me up. Let's see. Grenades. Sniper rifle. Biotic amp. Oh, that's a big boy. That's a lot better. Thank you. The Normandy, or Mako's over here, apparently. Mako's around here somewhere. There it is. Can I get over to it? Will the game let me get there? I'll save just as a new save in case I have to reload. Squood. Another 4 points. So I'm playing on one step down from the hardest difficulty, but with Legendary Edition leveling. So I get less levels, which probably means I'll get less things. Let's increase the singularity. Rex, everything. Tallies, capped out on that. Capped out. Okay, good. Let me in my vehicle. Alright, now I just gotta go to the south. I believe this is the mission where it's like, you gotta save the people and let him go. I know in the past, I'm pretty sure I've, like, prioritized the people. And I think this will be one of the ones that, Paisley would do differently, is, she would, well, different from what I'm planning on doing, which is, some people are gonna die to prevent this from happening again. This guy's gonna do it once, do it again. He just got caught. How are things out in Winnipeg? I apologize for not asking. Or the Winnipeg area in general, I suppose. Kay and I are looking forward to Icon in July. We've got our tickets. We just have to get the hotel booked. Delta, of course.
Heading out.
Technician, body of T/. So he's gunned down, only be gunned down by assailants. Omni tool. Squad. Tally Zora, is there a better one? Nope, that's the same one. Okay, we'll save that one for Garrus, I guess. So there shouldn't be anything else here on the way down here. Things are busy again, such a production. It's been months now, and it's only going to get busier. Well, hopefully whatever's got you busy is fulfilling. I know these days a lot of people have to make do to survive. Especially with our provincial government being less than accommodating for people. But that's conservatives for you. You know, fingers crossed, people will get out and vote, which is super important. I know I wasn't the greatest when I was younger, but you know, I've learned from my mistakes. And I say younger, but it was just, you know, you're at least 18, and it wasn't until later in my 20s I started voting, at least, you know, as a whole. Trying to make the town better, trying to make the province better, country better, you know. Doing my part. Naively, I was like, oh, if I don't vote, it's not my problem. And, you know, that's not how the world works. You know, not voting is a choice. And, you know, it's not a good choice. Okay, here we go. Some people have to die to prevent this from happening again. Okay, we're gonna pop this.
Release the Baron!
shields. Ignores my shields. Bastard. Hasta la pizza, baby. Okay, you guys got... Okay, you got your shotguns equipped. Send them out. Send them out. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to watch that Thunder Bay true crime thing sometime soon so I can be informed. Yeah, that I believe it was on. It's on Crave. So you know, awesome to see. You know, any sort of like, you know, things that go out about the town that are, you know, kind of shed light on the issues that we have. Certainly a racism problem. Some people will pretend that's not the case.
Disabled.
Shite. Played a little too risky. Playing a little too risky.
All clear.
I haven't watched it myself, but you know, maybe at some point I will. And one of the other mods I have is skip the mini games. We got things to do. We got a thing exploding around us. I almost forgot. My parents are in Thunder Bay at this very moment visiting my aunt. Well, I hope they have a good time. It's you know, pothole season for us. So drive carefully, drive slow, drive accordingly. Alright. 3 torches down. I'll make sure they go. Push over some stop signs or something.
Hold it right there. This doesn't have to end in bloodshed.
This doesn't have to. I didn't think I could actually just shoot him. Yeah, you know, pothole season, or, you know, occasional sinkhole once in a while, who knows? Whole bus falls in.
Hold it right there. This doesn't have to end in bloodshed. Don't come any closer. We can do this the hard way, or we can end this peacefully.
I didn't think you Batarians knew the meaning of the word.
Look, I'm just doing my job here. Hijacking this rock wasn't my idea. I signed on to make a little profit. A quick slave grab, nothing more.
This isn't just a slave grab anymore. Millions of people are going to die.
Don't you think I know that? I'm just following orders here. If it were up to me, we'd have already left.
Maybe you should take your men and go, before you get hurt.
I don't think so. Balak would skin me alive and sell my hide out of spite. Crazy bastard. This whole mission's gone to hell and I'm gonna pay for it.
So why do you listen to him?
Good question. I had a bad
just an occasional lost bus. Yeah.
Now Balak wants you dead. And what Balak wants, Balak gets. Can't change that.
Spoken like a true lackey. You get me out of here and I'll take care of Balak. Or you can take your chances with me.
Huh. An interesting proposal. It certainly has benefits over the current situation. Shut it down. This is Balak's problem now. I hope you're as quick with a gun as you are with your promises. For both our sakes.
Balak's a dead man. And if I ever see you in human territory again, so are you. Understand?
Perfectly. Balak's holed up in the main facility.
Boom.
We'll need this to get in.
Diplomacy.
Don't underestimate him. He's a mean bastard. Let's go. We're getting off this rock.
Now, see, I think the reason I would let him go is just because it's like, I think that's what I did in my previous playthroughs, you know, back in the day. Just so that, you know what? Yeah, totally. You guys just scamper off. You know, let me at Balak. Let Balak go. He goes and finds you and kills you. And then you all hopefully, you know, just kill each other. Stupids. Play the long game is what that would be. But I believe I'm a little bit more well, I mean, I did pick Ruthless as the option at the start, so if I've got to do a Torfan, then I'm going to do a Torfan. You messed with the wrong person, bucko. You messed with the wrong commander. You can fight like a Krogan, run like a leopard, but you'll never be better than Commander Shepard. Boop, 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 boop. Bum, 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 bum. It's a nice looking place. Holy shit. Holy mosey.
Medigel deployed.
Shit down. That's number 3. Let's go put this on. Use stasis for a little bit. He's sleeping. Stasis. He's gonna come back out of stasis shortly. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Got that guy over there. Oh, this thing is taking a long time to come back down. Okay, let's switch to that. Clobber. Sit down, sir. Let's get her to equip that. Just because we're going to be at range a little bit. Aid station. HL. Shot me? What? Why? Robert. You just fried my weapon, you stinky. This biotic is violent. Oh my god. Get. He's too fast! He's too fast with my power! Got him. Almost had this biotic down. Now you can. Okay. Who's shooting at me now? Oh my god, there's more of them. They just keep showing up. Six. Ooh, yeah, baby. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Short-range sniper. Eventually you're gonna run out of units, buddy. Hey, move. Out of curiosity, what are you playing this on? I am playing this on computer. Because that gives me lots. Son of a gun. Get one more down. Is that guy down there, I think? Guys, right over there. Stand still. Now you're sleeping with the fishes. Flip. Flip, bloop. Okay, let's run. Yeah, PC. Hi, people. Hello. I think maybe you can actually save both of them. Or save, like, the people take care of Balak so you can show up again. So who's coming at me? Come on out, buddy. Ooh. Ooh. Right in the noodles.
You humans. You're almost more trouble than you're worth.
I'm just getting started.
Predictable, but this is over. I'm leaving this asteroid. If you try to stop me, I'll detonate these charges, and your helper and her friends are all going to die.
I can't just let you go, Balak. Not after what happened here.
This is nothing. You humans have done far worse to the Batarians. We've been forced into exile, forced to survive on what we can scrounge up. It's been like that for decades.
Don't make it sound like you're the innocent party here. You brought it upon yourselves.
Really? You invaded our space, took our resources, and when we asked the Council for aid, they brushed us off. We were left to defend ourselves, but the humans were stronger than us. We knew that. The Council...
So here you are, making an enemy. Just stick where you're...
It was you. You and your kind are the only reason we're in this position.
How does killing innocent people make up for that?
I could ask you the same thing. How many innocent Batarians died at Torfin? Oh, or had you forgotten about that?
Torfin was retaliation for your attack on Elysium. You pushed, we pushed back.
Enough! You couldn't possibly understand. Actually, you just don't want to understand, and I'm done wasting my breath. Now, if you want your friends to live, I suggest you step aside.
I'm not letting a terrorist like you go free. Do what you want with the others, but it'll be the last thing you do.
The no you of genocide.
I'm gonna enjoy gutting you.
Okay, he's up there. Let's go get him! Oh, grenades. Where are you, buddy? Forgot that I have grenades too.
Fire in the hole!
Stand up. Oh, look at that. I guess you're sitting down now, huh? Sitting down? Ooh. How's that? How's that working out for you, bucko? Sit down, man. Sit down. Pop. Pop. What's this? Tough guy. Pop. You ready, buddy? You ready to go sit down? Oh, it's about to get ready. Whoa! Go Balak! I'm flying!
You humans think you're so superior. But you're no better than us. I gave you a chance to save them and you threw it away! Who's the real terrorist here? You'll have to do better than that if you want to stop us. One day soon, the human race is gonna pay for what it's done. Damn it! You think killing
So far,
me
all this glass is bulletproof, I guess, right?
Battalions have stayed hidden long enough. We won't be ignored. Not anymore. There are thousands more like me waiting their turn, each one willing to die for our cause. What?
It's just like, I can't remember exactly the video, but it's just like, you're not even asking me questions!
When the vids flash with images of your colonies in flames, you'll know the Batarian rebellion has begun.
Who's your leader? Who's orchestrating all this?
I'm through talking. Just kill me. Get it over with.
Well, let's see. What would I do? What would this shepherd do? Leave him for the Alliance? You know, could go to prison. Could get out, leave him to die. If I leave him to die, there's a chance he could come back. He might have some Omni Gel just hidden away.
Gladly.
Is it safe?
Watch where you step. There were bombs, and there may be more. I need a sapper team to sweep the area.
Right. I'll be careful. You did it. Another hour and our course would have been irreversible.
Oh yeah.
I ran the numbers, Shepard. X-57 would have struck near the capital city, the most densely populated region. But that's not going to happen, thanks to you. Have you found Katie and her team?
I'm sorry, Simon. Balak took Kate and some others as hostages. There was a bomb in their cell.
You're not kidding, are you? Oh, God. How could this happen? I thought you were... Couldn't you save them?
You need to understand something. Not everyone here in the big bad galaxy likes humans. It's not safe. Some days the bad guys are gonna win. You ask me, the good guys made out pretty well today.
So this son of a bitch, this Balak, at least he's dead, right?
That's right.
Good. Shepard, thank you for my grandchildren's lives. I don't think I'll stick around, though. Not with the team gone. Too many ghosts. It's time for me to get back and spend some time with my family.
Probably for the best.
Before I go, I'd like to offer you something. Maybe you'll have more use for it than I will. As lead engineer, I get some quality items. Take your pick. You've earned it.
Omni-tool could be good. I don't really care about Quarian armor. Could be good too. You know what?
I know it's a lot to ask, but that Omni-tool of yours?
What if it's not as good as the ones I have?
Shepard, I think I mentioned that you saved my kids and grandkids. What's an Omni-tool compared to that? Take it, with my blessing. I hope you get good use out of it.
One more thing.
Have you found them?
I found 2 of them.
I see.
Take care of yourself.
Be well, Shepard.
Yeah, it's like realistically, I should be able to like hack the door and get it open, but I mean the game's gonna be like, no, you can't do that. You can't just do that. Do. Alright, to the surface. I guess I missed one. Thought I got them all. So that's survey station 1, 3, 2. Found the body of Roger Boo. 67 radio, vehicle wreckage. Alright, well, we'll go check it out. Yeah. But it's like, he's like, man, you guys don't remember Corfan? And it's like, bro, you attacked us first. We attacked you back. Huh? Stupid. Just like warning shot, graze them, wound them. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Dude thought hostages were gonna stop me. Montoya. Okay, yeah, so I got that one. Pretty sure Station 3 was where the other one was. Maybe the reason that Chartered Worlds doesn't show them is because you're supposed to find them, but like, just tell me where they are. Or maybe like they just don't populate until, so to avoid confusion. Yeah, because I got this guy here. T. Slagus? Is there something around the area that I'm missing? Maybe there's something down there?
Approaching operational boundary limits. Recall.
I'm trying to get up there. I just need more boost. More boost. Okay. It's like most people here are dead. A couple more people taken hostage. Can't let this guy get away. We don't negotiate with terrorists. Then you'll be like, but the one that you let get away. Yeah, I did. There's gotta be something I'm missing. Because I'm pretty sure I went through it all. Alright, off we go.
Warning. Approaching operational boundary. Recall.
Let me explore as I want. Bum 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 bum.
Warning. Boundaries exceeded. Commencing recall.
No. I ran off the leash. Alright, so we gotta go straight that way. It's like, I don't know if those boundary draw limits are accurate. That was like really in the red on the north side. South side can't even get close. That probably means there's some secrets there. Climb. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Come on. Yeah, so this is where I play with the music. This one. Well, that's the transmission tower.
Good as new.
Whee! Do a flip. Smash. See, the problem with Thresher Maws is they are capable of bypassing shields. Shields are all we've got. Do. How's it going there, Mog Stomp? Actually, I might as well say, Kays and I are going to be streaming some Final Fantasy after this. We'll have a break to get food and so on and so forth between, but yeah, we're going to be working on Final Fantasy 14, playing some Endwalker. Well, actually getting to Endwalker.
This is Dr. Himes. They found me. Damn.
I had you on the side as I was working. I was a little surprised by the elevator radio music.
Trying to find a way
My
in.
apologies.
It sounds like they're attaching something to the door. If I don't make it, tell my family I love them.
I don't think you made it. Major concussive. Mercifully, the explosion would have killed her instantaneously. Oh, and I have to like physically go there and talk to the guy. Man, the things I do for a little bit of change. Oh, snap. That is a really good one. I was like really stoked about the Nexus 4. Savant 7 just pops up here. Amazing. I like it. Tali is going to be so happy. Whee! Whee! Okay, main facility is really this way. Darn it. Oosh. Oosh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go a little bit of a longer road to get around. Ding 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 bong. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Woo! Unlimited boost is a little tempting. Why even have a limit? Just let this thing go. It's not like I'm in a racing game or something. It's like, let me boost unlimited. It just takes from my health or overburns the system. I think that would be a way to make it reasonable. This looks like a single player game, so it's like, what does that matter? Oopsie doozle. Oopsie doozle. Womp 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 womp.
Say, Shepard, you didn't happen to find any of my engines?
Yes, all of them.
Oh. I see. Well then.
Take care of yourself.
Be well, Shepard. My home's safe. Just have to focus on that, right?
Essentially, yeah. As you said, there's millions and millions of people on that planet, so... You know, 3 have to die extra. That's what we gotta do. Bum 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 bum. Alright. Where to go next? Okay, I think that was the only thing there. Boop. Artemis Town. Hawking Ada. Century. Pow.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise. The Alliance needs you again.
Shepard.
Hack it!
Hack it with a... Major Kyle, your commanding officer Torfin, has set up a small compound in the Hawking Ada cluster. He's attracted a number of... He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance. And we believe he's mentally unstable.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his... That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He's...
You said his followers
Yes.
were biotic?
Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably... Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like that.
What were those Alliance representatives
They
going
wanted to
talk
bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers.
What else can you tell me
He's
about
not the same man you served under. He feels responsible for the Alliance soldiers who died at Torfin. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
How permanent a solution are you looking for?
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander.
Unknown. Metallic asteroid. Survey. Palladium. Yeah. Tamahera. Cantra. Survey. Cobalt. On the whole planet. Wow. Guess landing on press up. Lindragon. It's neat. Being like, look at all these planets that are out here. I wonder if they're, like, you know, we know there's tons of planets out there. I wonder if these are planets that we actually know about. Okay, you know what? Let's bring Caden. We have, like, no combat strength, but that's okay. We're not having to go in there and fight. We're gonna talk our way through this. Give them the option to surrender. Oh, I touched down. Well, their offer, the option to surrender has turned off. Caden and Linko. The Linkster. I'll give him the edge 4. We're gonna have to do some squad. Could get Master Unity. Advanced Singularity. Give me that. Auto level up, skip that. Auto level up, skip that. Okay, so warning. Is the word warning just gonna be there? We on a mission. Oh, I think this is a Thresher Maw. That's probably what that is. Yeah, baby. Shepard needs the money. I want to get some gear. Okay, that's the anomaly. Let's go that way. Whee! Alright, I'm off. Have a great rest of stream. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. I greatly appreciate it. Take care. Have a good day. And if you are able to, later on tonight, Azariah and I will be doing some Final Fantasy XIV, working towards Endwalker expansion. So if you're able to make it, pop in, that'd be awesome. Let's see, actually, we're gonna go to our pistol. We got combat sensor 1, combat sensor level 5. Let's see, incendiary rounds, 10 damage, 10 accuracy. Wait, I went to this one. Yes, I did.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I should have talked to my crew. Oh well. Or did they comment on side missions? I feel like they do. Anomaly, debris, biotic compound, uranium. Whoa, splish. Sploosh. Love it. The vehicle just like beep boops all around. Shame this isn't big rigs over the road racing. Piece of scrap metal. It was a Macedonian. Macadakadu. Probably a team of illegal wildcat miners are dead.
You lead. I'll follow.
Got some debris over here. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, that's the Mako. Wow, sploosh. All systems green. Okay, all systems are not green. Oh god, I'm on fire. Bum, 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 bum. Part of me wishes there was like a mod that just like unequipped everybody's gear. But then again, I mean that would be really annoying. Or if you could just set like because you can only have the 2 companions, right? So companion 1, this is what their assault rifles will have. This is what their shotgun will have, so on and so forth. And it just like loads in what you need. For like Tally, don't have to worry about Tally. I'm pretty much taking Tally all the time just so I can guaranteed handle any decryptions and electronics and things like that. Can I go into this door? Can. Oh, right. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where I can't go there yet.
This is a private sanctuary. Outsiders are not welcome here.
I need to talk to the man in charge.
Father Kyle wants nothing.
My name is Commander Shepard. Major Kyle knows me. I have to speak to him.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
Yeah, I'm coming in. I'm coming in, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Bunch of silly billies, and that's all there is to it. Bunch of silly billies.
Father. The Alliance. Nobody cares about us biotics. We have to look out for each other.
The Alliance wants to wipe us out. Father Kyle told us.
Exoskeleton. Cryo explosive.
On your order.
Oh, right, I didn't even think about, you know, that we're dealing with biotics, so it was good to bring Caden with us. Remember, don't negotiate with terrorisms. Dun 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 dun.
The Alliance wants to wipe us out. Father Kyle told us.
I'm sure he told you a great many things. Like how cool I am in my space pajamas. I like that you get like actual like armor. You're not just wearing a jumpsuit. Where it's like, yeah, you're totally like, you know, safe and secure. As if I'm gonna walk.
Those other men from the Alliance tried to kill Father Kyle.
The Alliance wants to wipe us out. Father Kyle told us.
Da, 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 da.
If you try to take Father Kyle away from us, you'll end up like those other Alliance soldiers.
Don't test me, boy. Do not test me.
The Alliance sent assassins to kill Father Kyle, but we stopped. Don't try anything. We're watching you.
Okay. Let's make sure there's nothing else around here. Like, if we have to get violent, we get violent. It doesn't end well for you. The sanctuary.
The Alliance wants to wipe us out. Father Kyle told us.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. Beep boop. Alright, let's go.
I know you, the Butcher of Torfen. Why have you come here, Shepard? Why can't you leave us alone?
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy. I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children. Only I can keep them safe.
The Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand? Don't you understand you are endangering your followers?
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
You ordered your followers to kill those Alliance investigators. You must face the consequences of your actions. Do you really want your children to suffer for your sins too?
No. This was my fault. My children are innocent. Pure. Please. I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
You're doing the right thing, Major.
Wait, if my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now, please, give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my...
I think it would be better if you came with me now, Major.
I must do everything I can to keep any more of my children from suffering. This is the only solution.
I'm gonna trust you. If you betray that trust, you and all your children will suffer.
I will not betray you, Commander.
Joker can have the 5th Fleet pick Major Kyle up. I just hope you know what you're doing, Commander. Father Kyle says we biotics have to stick together.
Do 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 da da da. Ooh, crate. Crate. I'll have to sell like the low level stuff though. It really doesn't amount to much. But I guess those ones add up. Jerry. So I just gotta get 2 things here. Like if I survey, damn it, I'm surveying. Wow, that's a lot of gold. Which direction am I facing? No, I think that'd be west. This mini-map sucks. Like, can I get some cards in all directions? My only like point of reference of northeast southwest is the red out of bounds. Come on, you can do this. This is nothing to you, Nico. Whee! Swoosh. Whoa. Warning, warning. Was I once mine? It's like with like Balak, it's like something, you know, be like, listen, this is gonna end with you dead. If you want it to be a painless death, start talking. Because it's like, you know what, slavers, kind of like one of the lower forms of life, you know? But, you know, conventions and all that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll go back to the Normandy.
Message coming in.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. We sent in a team as you instructed. Kyle's followers have disbanded. And to be honest, Shepard, I thought this thing was going to end in a bloodbath. I don't know how you did it.
I get the job done.
You saved a lot of lives.
Thanks, man. I get the job done. Ideally with as few casualties as possible. You know, just can't trust the Balak man. Newton. Travel to another system? Hells to the yeah.
Message coming in.
I've received some troubling information, Commander. We need your help. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
Former scientists? Sounds like someone has a project they'd like to keep secret.
All 4 scientists worked on a classified project on Akuz. There was a brutal massacre there years ago. It was classified as a natural hazard, but the project dates coincide with the attacks.
You think these scientists had
I'm not
something
certain what I think, but there was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne.
Yakuza. Clankery. Survey. Dilanaga. Ontarom. Okay. Junkro. Survey. Large hydrogen. Yeah, awesome. Hydrogen man. Let's frickin' go. Let's bring Garrus. Wee! Come on, Garrus man. Let's go. Ooh. Lovely little place. Okay, Garrus Vicarian. A light armor Turian. Okay, cool. He's got that. Sniper, give him Naginata. Can I mark something as junk? Combat scanner, don't need that. Stabilizer, do that. Okay, he's got a blade of coating, shield recovery, smash damage. Talizora. Okay, you can take that. She doesn't need that. target, max accuracy. Squid. Zora. Shepherd. Okay, where we gotta go? We're here. That is the anomaly. That is a gold deposit. Well, we'll just work our way that way. Go forth. And Bostra Outpost insignia. Okay. Getting a lot of combat scanners, so cool. Okay, and that's the underground facility. We got some hostiles. Humans. Alright, well, we will just equip accordingly. Chemical rounds 2. Tungsten rounds. Armor piercing rounds. Basic, radioactive. I'll give myself that. So Garrus, we're gonna put. We can keep that on your gun there. This one's weapons force. That's actually, you know what? Switch this. Anti-personnel rounds. Incendiary. Any more of those? Oh, shucks. Yeah, of course. My appointment was moved to tomorrow. Oh, okay. What time? Incendiary explosive. Yeah, that reminds me, I have grenades. I don't have a mod on them. Fusion explosion. Ooh, 40. So they can't really hit anything? That'd be funny. Ha ha ha. Good old toxin. Ooh, incendiary rounds 5. Garrus, you could put this actually. We're in close quarters. I didn't watch my two, but it's a phone one. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't save. Son of a gun. See, the reason you gotta manually save is because the autosaves are not reliable. And I was thinking about it too. I was thinking like, I should save. If I'm thinking I should save, then I probably should just save. Polonium rounds, eh? I think that's different than what I got before. Oh well. I don't want to worry about it. Whee! Alright, save. Squad. Alright, let's do this. No, those are the same. Okay. Why not? Heck it. I have a general idea of what I want. So, put that on. We're gonna give you better weapon. Chemical rounds. We're gonna give you a kinetic stabilizer. You know, a sniper rifle. We're gonna give you the hammer. Actually, the Naginata is the better one. Which we're gonna go with the hammerhead. Increase the weapon force. Rail extension. Increase that damage. Give you that. Cool. Alright, we'll go here. You've got the best one you can put on right now. We'll do the Hurricane that. Radioactive rounds. Anti-personnel rounds. Platoon rounds. Getting some good stuff. I'll put that on there. Recoil dampener. Why not? Don't have anything for you. For me. Blade of coating. Smash. Kinetic buffer. Medical interface. You want that. Light armor. It's not better. Pistol. The Raikou. Ooh, whoa. Stiletto. Thank you. Polonium rounds. Combat detection 5. I'm not going to use those. Those aren't equipped. Okay, so we'll do this. Weapon force. Caliber. Grenade. Fusion. Okay. Boudic Imp. Save. Good. Now I don't have to do it again. Let's go. Hasta la pizza, baby. Yeah, you're trying to shield boost? Not happening, buddy. Come on out. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, getting some pretty high level gear here. That is good to see.
You lead. I'll follow.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman! Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
It's Corporal! Corporal Toombs! You don't get to lie! Not today! Today it all comes out!
Lower your weapon and step away from the doctor slowly, or I will fire.
You fire, and there's a good chance my gun goes off. You'll be wiping your scientist friend off the walls.
Toombs is clearly crazy! Please, officer, help me!
You think I'm afraid to die? All that matters to me is killing the man who ruined my life!
What did the doctor do to you, Corporal?
We were on a cruise. When the Thresher Maws hit, my entire unit was wiped out. The Thresher Maws! The scientists were studying them. They left. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests.
You're killing them because they killed your unit.
You can't believe Toombs! He doesn't have any proof! I demand a fair trial!
Ever had Thresher Maw acid in your veins? I have. They wanted to see what it would do. They're part of some organization, Cerberus, that runs secret tests like... This is justice. This man deserves to die. So, are you going to kill me or not?
I can arrest him. He'll answer for his crimes in court.
Weren't you listening? I don't know what Cerberus... This is the only way. Are you helping me? Or are you...
If what you're saying is true, then pull that trigger. I won't stop you.
Bye-bye, Cerberus.
Mr. Toombs, please! We had no choice!
They had to die. You get it, right? I had no choice. But it's okay now. Now the scientists are just like my unit. No.
Fuck you, Cerberus, you bastards. You racist bastards. Motivated by our... Nice. We got 3 more points. We can master the singularity. I do like that. Adept. Stasis is good. Barrier. There's Vicarian. 2. There's probably nothing in there. Does it even let me go in? It does let me go back in. Nothing. That it shows a room. Oh yeah, I guess if I let the scientist man go. He'd unlock it and there'd be like stuff, but like testing on humans like that, not cool, man. I'm ruthless. I don't play like that. Homie, don't play. Yeah, pretty interesting at the, how do I want to put it? The, humans are the best, you know, group is like, we're gonna just run an experiment here, we're going to, you know, take some humans, tell them to go here, and see what happens on Fresh Mon after it gets in their things. Palladium. Wow, that's a large deposit. Alright, and just gotta get that gold. Let's go get the gold. Going for gold. Weather is nice outside. Can I pet you? What a strange creature. That is... looks like everything. Oops. I didn't mean to do it. The Mako is hungry and we don't control the Mako. The Mako controls us. It's like we poured all the money into Commander Shepard so that we could not afford the Mako. Well, that's everything, so off to the Normandy. Normandy.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I reviewed your report on the situation. It's unfortunate both the doctor and Toombs died. Thank you again for your...
He took his own life. What can I do? Tell him not to? Like, yeah, please don't do it. Armstrong never...
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a mark. The surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for a hit and run.
It could be the first wave.
Let's hope not. Finding Saren is still your top priority. But you've got it. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster.
Vamshi.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance.
Shepard, we've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is...
Are you telling me this computer
We're not
is
stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of... We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core.
Can't you disable...
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility... I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defense.
Alright, let's go. We're going in, gonna sort some business. I could probably turn up the difficulty. It's honestly not too bad. Times I've died is largely just because I'm not playing smart. Okay, Geth outpost. Anomaly. Seems like the best is a... Finally, something in a good order. Getting close to being able to buy that top tier pistol. Like, Shepard, we need food, we need water, we need supplies. Yeah, but I want a nice pistol. I want that top tier pistol. Because guess who's gonna be using a pistol? Me. Guess who's gonna be here all the time? Me. I'm Commander Shepard. And this is my favorite store on the Citadel. Commander Shepard. Commander heckin' Shepard. You can run like a Korean, fight like a leopard. Do what you want, cause you're Commander Shepard. Don't even know. Run like a leopard. Do the Krogan thing. Don't. Ancient debris. There it is. Train insignia. Big money. Odd skull. Okay, we got some debris up ahead. Oosh. High explosive, eh? Bigger explosion, bigger boom boom. Boy oh boy, it feels good to like hit them with Let me out. Beryllium. Alright, and just keep heading northwest. I mean, I guess in a sense it does give me the directions. Minimap gives you like the barest of information. Oh no, you hit my shield. You dirty bird rascal. You rascal. You're just hitting my shields. You're less dangerous than a thresher mod. Most things are less dangerous than a thresher mod, let's be honest. Colossus. Eat tire treads, buddy. He's like, please stop.
One down, 3 to go.
He's like, please stop, sir. Yeah, that's what I thought. Looks like everything here. Turn to the Normandy. I should go talk to my crew, see if they've got anything new to say.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Paisley.
Yes, ma'am.
Commander, something you need?
I like to know my...
You top of my class in flights?
I'm sorry, Joker.
You mean... Okay, put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her...
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
It's like, alright, see ya. You guys like crane of the neck. Let's see if anyone has anything new to say. Probably not. Just slowly saunters up. Hello there.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Let's hear it, Lieutenant. I'm always open to my officers.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
This a personal observation, Kate?
I don't want to step on anyone else's toes, especially if you're if I have misread your interests.
Someone? You're referring to our young Prothean expert.
There's a lower deck rumor that she's a very interesting lady. To my tastes, but I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
You seem awfully worried about my...
It's just that we don't have much downtime these days. I like being around you, but I don't want to take up your personal...
Look, you didn't want to talk about Liara, did you? What's your real...
You're right. Sorry. It wasn't... I'm not questioning any decision you've made. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed.
You're talking about a particular example, aren't you?
You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump Zero? They're all classified. Because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't...
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble, and their choice of teachers didn't help. Dead on. Turians, actually. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought.
The Asari would have been more
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a
Furnace.
Turian by the name of... To introduce himself, he liked to say, I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father. Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront.
My dad wasn't even in the war.
After that,
like,
he cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out of Superman, or the point of all this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Are you saying I'm cutting corners somewhere?
I'm saying, it's when someone important to you is up on a ledge, you help them. Keep them from mistakes that are made by a kid.
Important, huh?
If I'm out of line, just say the word.
Now isn't the ideal time. But I want to talk about this, Kate.
I get you, Shepard. Just think about what I said.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Doc, I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions
None,
there?
Commander. I prefer adventurous women.
Just trying to get
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander.
We'll talk later.
Okay, yeah.
I'd like that.
Chakwas!
Yes, Commander? Is that...
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the...
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You can't argue with results.
No, but there are consequences. Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as a bully. You run over anyone who gets in your way. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did on Torfin. I cannot even imagine how horrible that must have been, but...
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me, or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
No, you were right.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common.
Saren wants both of us dead. That's something.
That is not the most romantic reason, is it? You make it all sound so dangerous.
A little danger makes things exciting.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's...
I should go.
I was like...
Goodbye, Shepard.
Ow. I don't know, man. I was like... I was just like, Liara's a nice girl, you know. She becomes a complete badass. She's like bookish, then it's just like violence.
Looking for supplies?
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
You bet.
Look at the cost on that bad boy. Oof, that pistol. I'm close though, very close. Yeah, like look at that damage. Oof, beautiful. Let's see, we can go probably to the bottom of the list, sell that. Combat sensor. If I go like right up to like the top. It's all junk. Yeah, baby. Give me that pistol. Give me that sweet, sweet pistol. Oh, yeah. Hoorah. Might do like one more mission and then...
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec
Well, not as much as you, but yeah. I remember this Solarian geneticist I was in. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harmed.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
Imagine what that looks like with an L-Corps.
Clear cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Good thinking. Lackeys are always easier to scare.
Exactly. Though in this case it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
So he was growing spare parts in his own employees.
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
Yikes.
Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the... Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess. But only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see.
I hope he got what he
That's
deserved.
the worst part.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his... By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop it.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but C-Sec headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. They wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his pilot. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go.
Hell yeah, we're going.
Commander? Sure.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant?
No, ma'am. And anyway, Scuttlebutt says he's already sweet on someone. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems
Yeah, we've always been close. With Dad on duty so much.
Well, I hope you get to see them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap post. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother?
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to... She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both... She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. Then, with 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like
Sarah
sharing.
got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did. Mike.
Let's kill him!
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried...
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
You ask me, boys need a cold shower that lasts from age 12 to 25.
Hoorah.
They have their uses, ma'am. Not all of them keep their brains in their pants. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become... I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way.
You said all of your sisters learned
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So
one of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Did anything happen?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and
she cracked him in the face. Good.
When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm, but he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Where was your father during this?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real... I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters, just don't... Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his Dad passed on a few years back.
You mean from wherever we go after Dad?
Dead on, Skipper. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. It says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're... I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Hello, have you people looked out the window? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up some... Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone's as close to
Yeah,
you.
that's true. It's funny. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands. Ma'am.
Ma'am.
What do you want, Shepard?
Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop.
Why did you become a
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat.
Why not stay and
I
help?
tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight Turians.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. To stop.
Simple and to the point.
I wanted him to stop leading the We didn't have the numbers to go to war. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through.
I take it the warlord didn't.
No, he didn't. He arranged a... We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
Sounds like a trap to me.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. We talked. But his men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan I escaped with my life. But not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left. And that's why I'll never go.
You must have family.
You're trying to make... I've got some unfinished business with my family. But that's...
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum. He's got several bases where he stores his goods. All fortified.
Just tell me where to start.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander...
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the world...
What are you hoping to find?
Usually, people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage. But I need something bigger.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
Water went down the wrong hole. I'm responsible for trillions!
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice.
You must get all kinds of special...
I probably had it easier than most growing up. But it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above
using... Must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will... If I don't, it's like I failed. And that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. Our greatest dream is that one day, we'll return to our homeworld. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very... And all the Geth we run into now are under Seren. But I don't want this to get
Maybe we'll find some
our
Geth
mission,
like that.
Shepard. First, we stop Seren. Then I'll worry about...
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything.
Where was your mother?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of...
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of... People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it. Not in the usual way.
I want to talk about
Like what?
Tell me about your...
Our lives aren't easy. There are 17. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender.
I want to talk about something
Like
else.
what?
I want to know...
This is presented as a gift to the captain of the...
I want to talk about something.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
I should go. Let's see. I will deal with... We're gonna help out Garrus. And it looks like we're starting a relationship with, Alright. Just wanted to read my brain and tell me all the things I need to know. Oh, actually, I'm in the process of doing this thing. I forgot. Okay, that's that. Pommel. Bum, 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 Alright, this will be the last thing we do for the stream. Garrus. Maybe like don't unequip like the weapons, but unequip the mods, or give me the option to do that. Like unequip all weapons, unequip all mods, blah blah blah. Geth outpost. I can just go to. See, that's the layout I like. Come on. We can do this. We can do this, Mako. Like I got mountains like all around me. Could you have picked a better spot, Joker? Like, ugh. Go down the hill. I'll find a better way up. I want to, like, maybe it's just nostalgia, but I feel like the Mako used to handle climbing a lot better. Almost there. Almost there. Sumerian. Can do it. No! No, 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 no. Oh, just inching. Yes. There we go. Woo! Man, I hold on my pistol. Tell me what I gotta know. Oh my god, turn around. Who installed Hammerhead controls into this thing? I tell you. Just flies by. Oh shit. Dropship. The pizza, baby. Okay, now you need to go this way. Maybe, like, I'm, like, remembering it incorrectly, and it's, like, the Mako didn't have, like, unlimited boosts. Turn, flip over. Okay, so I gotta go to the west. Giant mountain range. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You're better than this. Like, man. Level design. I mean, they were certainly just trying things out, and it does get better over time. Ooh, there's something over here. We're repairing. Jumping jelly bean over here. Outpost, surveyed. Save. Just in case something happens. Alright, so there's one more place to go. And to the almost fell into a hole that I probably wouldn't dig myself out of. Captain Dean. Yeah, that was already on my map, so it did. That's everything. Turn to the Normandy. Squad. My barrier is massive. 1,000 points of damage. Will not block attacks that bypass shields. Yeah. Yash. Save game. Okay, so we're gonna end it here for today. Plan is to be back tomorrow for more Mass Effect. So you can check out my linkies in chat there. Check me out on Twitter. It's where I post most updates. I try to keep up with Facebook when I do the Twitter updates. From time to time, I haven't for some time, but I try to upload. I want to upload my VODs to YouTube just to have that there as well. Something to do would be to have the more cinematic or more good parts chopped up into like shorts and all that stuff, but that's a little outside my wheelhouse and more than I've got time for. But again, that said, I will be back again for another stream. Looking forward to it. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna tackle some more stuff, get through some more side stuff. Maybe we'll tackle one of the main sort of things, who knows. But yeah, have a good day, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.